obviously this is one of the ways of solving youth exclusion and create income for the unemployed youth. But how is it going to be rolled out? What's going to happen?
Leanne, yesterday the accord that we signed had really 6 broad commitments in 3 areas. The one is to promote skills for young people, because education matters.
Yeah.
When you're more educated, there's a greater chance of getting a job. The second part is exposure to the work environment, and that is through job placements and internships, because getting young people that first break, the opportunity to find out what the world of work is about, is crucial. And the third element is creating new jobs for young people. And in that area, we're rolling out a number of programs. One of the big announcements yesterday is that the Industrial Development Corporation will set aside 1 billion rand to help finance youth entrepreneurship and youth-owned enterprises, really making sure that finance is not the big constraint, that we need to find good ideas and back those good ideas. But it does mean that the private sector is an important part of this partnership. And yesterday we had the business community signing on to the accord and committing at company level to identifying ways to bring more young people into employment.
All right. Well, I mean, that is of utmost importance, because, I mean, for it to work, you need big business to be on board, because that's where, I suppose, the youth get involved. They're able to see, they're able to do these internships that you're talking about.
That's very, very true. And some of the programs in the accord will help business to do this. For example, today we have a large number of solar water heaters that are being installed on people's homes across the country. More than 300,000 have already been installed, and we're on target to install 1 million over the next 3 years. We've identified this as a youth zone, as something that we need to set aside. Young people need to be employed in the manufacture of the heaters, in its installation, and in the maintenance services. But not only as employees. We've got to inspire our young people to be entrepreneurs, to set up their own companies, or to form youth cooperatives to do the maintenance of these solar water heaters. In the infrastructure program that President Zuma announced in the February State of the Nation address, big, very substantial part of what we will be doing in the next few years to repair the physical infrastructure and lay the basis for growth. We are now looking at ensuring that all new jobs, that 60% of all new jobs in infrastructure go to young people. So this is focused, clear ways in which we ensure this opportunity for young people.
Now, just having a look at a little bit more detail about the first of the 6 commitments undertaken is on education and training. It says it commits to improving education and training opportunities for the gap between school leaving and first employment. Just expand a little bit more about this. How's it going to happen?
There's a few elements to this that we think is important. You know, Leanne, there are large numbers of people, young people, who don't complete their matric. So they go through the working life with that disadvantage. So we're introducing a second chance matric, an opportunity for people, young people, to get the matric certificate. We now will also ensure that the sector education and training authorities put more programs together that allow young people to shift from school education only to more workplace experience. The third element is we're ramping up the further education and training colleges. Not every young South African will get to university.
Yeah.
Many of them won't, for all sorts of reasons. Their talent may be in very practical areas that universities don't offer courses on. So FET colleges represent that opportunity. Look at Germany. The artisan, a plumber, a bricklayer, a carpenter, is an important part of what young Germans aspire to do. And so we're creating, through these kind of things, beefing up school leaving certificate and providing training for people in work-ready skills.
Yeah.
My own department, for example, has a partnership with the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants, and we've just taken on the first 100 students. They've gone through training, and we're now helping to place them in small businesses. They're getting trained in financial skills. This economy needs those skills. Small businesses need those skills. But many school leavers, or in fact even graduates at university, are not yet work ready. So our skills programs is just to bridge the gap between theory, between what you've learned in the classroom, and the practical needs of a business.
Good. Minister, I would love to continue this conversation with you because there's so much more to talk about, but let's leave it there. I mean, that's just basically what it's all about. Minister Ebrahim Patel is Minister of Economic Development, and you know, coincidentally, I was listening to Dr. Bladen Zimande last night giving an address, talking at a dinner, and he was saying exactly the same thing that you're saying. There's too many graduates in South Africa that want to go to university, that don't go to skill. They don't want to get the skill and go to FET colleges. They rather want to go and get a degree without the skills, and that's not helping. That's not helping South Africa. So there's a similar tune happening between the departments, and I'm happy to hear that as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a break here on Morning.